Okay, so we're going to do a quick video today about how I load my Hasselblad 500 cm. So first step, you want your new film. I've already taken it out of the package here, and we can start. So first thing, we'll pop this out, and what we'll do is we'll move the old film spool from that position into the take-up position. Pretty simple. And then, before we continue, we will open this guy up. So good practice is to try to remove as much of this sticker as possible. That way none of the debris is left on there to fall out and inside the film back, because that can sometimes jam your film as you're shooting, and especially when you're shooting on Portra, you don't want that to happen. It doesn't have to be perfect by any means, but you just want to make sure that anything that might fall off will come off. It can be a little bit of a tedious process sometimes. And I think that's not perfect, but I think that'll be okay. So we'll go from there. All right, so next step, open this up a little bit, and you're gonna want to put that on the other side from your take-up spool, like that. And then you're gonna feed it back this way. Now, you'll notice that this little lever controls this little tab here. It'll either lock it or unlock it. What I like to do when I'm loading the camera is I like to feed, you have to make sure that your film is fed underneath there. What I like to do is I like to pull it out a little bit, just a little bit before you see that start arrow, which I'll show you in a second, and then lock it in place. And then that way, this isn't gonna go anywhere. I find that if you don't do it this way, this can be very hard to deal with and makes the whole process a little bit more tedious. So then I like to come around here and line up the take-up spool, feed the leader into it, like that. Start spinning until it's nice and tight, and then unlock that, and then we can start actually feeding the film. And then what you want to do is feed it until you start seeing that arrow, and then that arrow lines up with this red arrow. So we'll just keep feeding that until it lines up nicely with that arrow, like so. And then lock down that lever again to place it back inside like this and lock it down. And you'll notice that here, this will actually fill up with red as you shoot. So you'll know if you actually have film in there or not, and when the roll is actually done. And then the next step is I like to just put this on the camera. Like that. And then you have this winding knob here, and you wind it until it stops, like that, at 1, and you're good to shoot.